Well, I mean, technically, if you think about it, right, they already have DPS from the Edith. They already have lockdown, so you just need instant burst now.
So who's instant burst? One of the OG heroes.
Oh, man. When was the last time we saw Eudora? Well, Mincetar picked up as well, so it's going to be the Mincetar gold I'm feeling for Homeboys here. No Minotaur to combo it together, but they do have an I'm offended. So, what, the King's offended?
The King's offended.
Because yesterday LaFell said King's Fury. Because of the Minion's Fury.
And the Grok.
King's offended charge?
King's offended charge. So wait, okay. Is this Mincetar, you think, Mincetar gold or XP?
I think it's got to be the Mincetar gold up against the Roger. I think they want to try to counter the Roger. That was the same way they did against T2K yesterday when they went for the Roger in the gold lane.
But what if the Roger goes jungle here?
That's the thing.
E7.
That's why the flex pick is really good. I guess for the Mincetar, you still find value later on against the Roger. But yeah, in the lane, not so much. So I guess we'll see. What do you think?
Personally, I'd much rather see the Mincetar go gold because he can be a threat.
Oh, man.
Ruby, put her in the XP lane. Just deal with that for now. But okay, Dairoth.
Lord.
So this is going to be a Dairoth jungle, right?
This is going to be a Dairoth jungle.
Locked in. Very interesting draft for game number 3. I see how both teams deal with the lineups they've brought to game number 3. Homeboys and ENTITY7 a 1-1 for now in this best of 5. Looking to cap out game 3 to get to the match point. And we'll see as they get us situated here. Yes, Chan on the Eudora pick. Still running the Lethal Ignition actually as well. Look how aggressive. Actually, they're going to go here. Erwin doing a job. Pick is low. That's quite a bit of damage.
Dealing a bit of damage onto Erwin. Still has the flicker too, and he gets the dash, but Udo follows through as well as Chan. Tries to go for that cheeky little stun, and that's what you expect from the Eudora. It does seem like, at least for the Eudora, I think it fits Hide on Bush's character and name a bit more, right? You want to be hiding in these bushes. But Chibi flex the Lethal Wanderer, no problem there, even with a little bit of a delay from the Kufra from Erwin invading earlier.
Okay, looking at it too, I really want to see how the rotation's going to be with both of this. This is a lot better, though, for Zorn to have the Grok, I would say. Work around this, find set of potential. I think one of the things that they have to watch out for is this Dairoth. Whoa, we know that he can shred. Look how much pressure's here.
Well played already. Utilizing this pressure, top of the blades, right into the knockup, and now it's going to be the Visum Strike that goes in, but Nets is still able to claim first blood.
Wow.
Overextending. Hide on Bush gets caught.
Oh, hold on, mid-lane. I think Erwin's going to be fine. That Spear of Glory able to pull him in so he gets the additional shot from the turret was exactly the punishing moment that Homeboys needed there. Okay, Nets.
That was an interesting interaction. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So if you use your ultimate on the Roger, you can actually cancel out the grab part. That's a cancel on the recall of Nets. Trying to delay it now as Fury tries to shove the wave to punish Nets, but he'll stop the recall. Zorn in the mid lane, going to be chunked as well. Chan doing some damage as well. He's got to be respecting this because Chan will get his ultimate. Oh, that was close.
He's got the Thunder's Wrath now. But man, ENTITY7 will just go ahead and take the turtle here. Getting the objective. Looking the pressure.
That's the stun now with the Thunder's Wrath, but he's able to steal the Primal Wrath now, turning it around. Suprat with a flicker forward, and enough. I am offended. But Erwin will be able to escape. Now it's going to be a flicker and another shatter. GB dives in deep, picks up the swords, but Odil will be able to dish out some damage with their shatter. It's going to be Marquinhos still with the Primal Wrath, dealing some damage now, getting out with the onward as well. Supra going to be chased down by Hide on Bush as the power of nature will be enough by Zorn. Hide on Bush stepping forward, getting that physical defense shred, but the wild charge gets Zorn out to safety.
Chan's going for it.
But surely wanting to go for it. Doesn't have the flicker to barrier. Oh, Chan. He's caught there. He doesn't want to go for the last kill, and he decides to walk back up as Udo gets spotted in the bush. Now it's going to be Hide on Bush, jumping on the support, trying to go for that assassination. But I don't think you can do that. Not to the fighter.
Okay. Very interesting. Just extended skirmish that turned into all of that. Looking at this too, I'm really going to keep an eye on where this build path is for Nets with Mincetar. There can be some changes here that we see, of course, build path-wise, but not going to be a threat too early on just now. A lot of it's going to be utilizing that the ultimate, the King's Calling, to help with some of this fight, and maybe even the Spear of Glory if you can grab the right target here. if it happened to be Chan doesn't have his flicker available just for now. Oh, deal.
Iris Rage into the Abyss, some strike. Hide on Bush. Not hiding at all in this game.
Hide on Bush is just, when he gets this Dyroth, like he knows the timings and the positioning so well. And just the way the Dyroth works, able to shred through some of this armor, you know, it makes you even worry for Zorn on the Grok. You know, and with that, they have enough setup potential that Hide on Bush can actually just kind of swoop in, get that penetration through, and then the Abysm strike. So, and even Marquinhos, man, Marquinhos has been on point. This is his third Edith game in the series, and I'm surprised earlier he was able to. Oh, hold on, mid.
Another Abyssal strike now knocked up the wild charge. Chibi should be able to take this kill, and he does. Meanwhile, up top, Nets. Now when the King's calling, Fury still able to scratch him down. Even with his soldiers, it's not enough. Marquinhos stunned up, has the Primal Rat. Now the time of the Blades used up. 2-man knockup into the Blades. Erwin gets a 3-man rage, and now tries to go for the steal, but Udil secures it. That's a double kill as that's going to be Chan. Locked down on the Defiant Blade. Stunned up, Thunder Rat not there. Chan will be taken out. Udil picks up a triple.
That was such a good Guardian's Barrier, right on point. Able to collapse that in and get the triple. So with that, Homebois, it's nothing. Even with the triple, it's nothing too crazy. You know, ENTITY7 isn't far behind here or anything. Economy-wise, they're doing fine farming up. So they finally kind of dealt with a couple of the problems, right? Hard on Bush did have that death, but even Nets, he does get the Corrosive Scythe available now. You're going to see this fight, this replay break out. Also keep an eye, there's a lot of pressure there in the live, but this was just a good team fight coming out from Homebois for that. Mid lane in the live.
Right into the Abyssal strike they go, but a King's Calling locks them all down in the mid lane. Erwin gets a rage onto 4, or actually going to be 3 actually, and now Fury goes in with Lycan 4, trying to deal some damage. Nets out of range, but the onward brings Sapat back into the Earth Shatter. Fury deals some damage now with the Lycan 4. This one gets pulled back, but now they're the turret. They're not able to go for the kill just yet. Nets will fall, and Chibi dashes into the turret with the Defiant Blaze as he was going for the purple buff to take him down. And now it's a Sky Piercer for Mr. Chibi.
Chibi locks in the Sky Piercer. That was an amazing play from Sepat. Able to go in, flicker, I'm offended, grabbing 2, and under the turret they take Fury. Able to really punish him. And so, you know, that's one of the strengths, obviously, of this Ruby pick. Able to provide some of those moments like that where you can turn the tide of a fight. So now Homebois getting that little bit of lead they've been working for up to this point. Chibi has done an outstanding job at staying alive. He's only got the Haas Claws plus the Sky Piercer, but you know he's really choosing his fights here, and that's what he needs to do with this lineup. You can already see Genius Wand locked in for Chan, so they really want to pump out that damage, get the magic resistance down, and then let Marquinhos pop Primal Wrath and follow up with that reduced magic resistance and try to win some of those skirmishes and fights later on. But just wait. Once Chan gets some more items locked in, I'm not sure exactly the build path for this Eudora because we barely see her picked up in pro play. How's it going to go? Chan?
Ooh. Still able to escape despite the wild charge. Now it's giving the Tyrant's Revenge and the Rage lock-in. Zorn down, Abyssal Strike not able to get him down as Erwin pops in a bouncing ball. Getting worked at.
Oh no,
right into the blade. Channel gets a stun Thunder Wrath! And as he got caught in the King's Calling, and he will be taken out. Hide on Bush will follow next, but look at Marquinhos and Fury in the back line. Doing some damage with the Primal Rat as Lycan bounce, does some damage back, but Marquinhos flickers forward, tries to go for Udo. One last shot, you do it! And it will be Marquinhos with the damage overtime to take him out. A 2-for-2 trade as Sapat tries to run away, but the bouncing ball stops him. Another 2-man grab right into the turret. That's a killing spree for Nets, but Fury has the Lycan bounce, continues under the tier 1. Zorn still able to flicker out to safety, and both teams decide that's enough.
That's enough, you know, but good fighting coming out from ENTITY7. I gotta give it up to them. You know, they deal with Chibi. They finally, you saw how much damage the Thunder's Wrath had there. And that's something to be said because, again, the only item that was locked in was the Genius Wand. What more when you get those later items, even the magic penetration items locked in? A good setup there. I mean, there was a lot of patience as well. Nets was luckily there to finally cap off that kill. But, you know, for ENTITY7, they also have to transition the thought of not just worrying about Chibi, but eventually Nets on this Mincetar pick. You saw, I think he did just pick up the Golden Staff too, you know, so he is going to start to be even more of a threat. And they have to deal with, Chibi? Should be okay, gets away. Berserker's Fury locked in here. So for Entity7, I'm going to be looking, let's take a look at the items. Still working on that next one, that second item here for Chan. Also, you have the Corrosion Scythe, Golden Staff already for Nets locked in. Oh, hold on.
Wild charge into the hook. That's the combo into the King's Calling.
Huge set.
The King's Charge?
The King's Charge. The Spear Charge.
The Wild
Spear. That's good. The Wild King.
I think that was Trex. Shout out to Trex.
Yep, shout out to Trex, Wild King.
Wild King. He said Wild King's Calling or something.
Something like that. You just shortened it, you know?
Yeah, I just made Wild King, you know. But Homebois.
Good Lord. This is already just going to be taken. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, in the current state of things, look at this. The gold gap isn't anything crazy. It's 9.5 minutes in, but you cannot go forward and contest that first Lord. It's just kind of different to see here. And Entity7, part of the answer might just be, you know what, we need more time to farm up with this. As you look at, you know, they're tanking quite a bit of damage. You have Irwin here, but Zorn, this is, like I said, a signature pick. His Guardian barriers are always on point. The wild charges too. Udil holding on to the Primal Wrath. They're going to go in.
Good onward, Earth Shatter dodge away from Zorn now. Goes into the wild charge right into the Calling of the King. And they all just get mauled on by the rest of the member. Even Udil, he used the Primal Wrath for that one.
It's, I mean, and the thing is Zorn is literally just sitting there. He's 2-0-12, and he's got this Quantum Charge Grok, and he's doing that. And then you get pulled into the King's Calling. The shields are going to pop here on these base turrets, but man, Entity7 might want to check themselves after that one. They need, like I said, more time here. They got to clear out this Lord. Wings are going to be picked up by Chan, DHS by Fury. So those are some good items being locked in at this point in the game. But as all these shields pop on the base, they're going to have to clear things down. And I think for Entity7, it's really up to the point of they need to utilize the Kufra pick, man. And part of that is just maybe an amazing set that we've seen time and time again when Kufras are locked in. This could be it.
Revenge, and the Rage straight into the Abyss Strike as well. Sabani able to flicker out the safety though, and now the turnaround. Sabani going to be taken down as the King's Calling locks them down. Now another hook into Erwin to bring him into the King's Calling as Chibi goes for the kill. That's a double kill. Chibi still going for more. Time of the Blaze, knocking Marquinhos up. Now with a few more blades, he should be able to pick up a triple kill. And he does. That's, ooh, barely getting Chan there. Chan was able to get the stun off right before.
Able to get the stun off, and right now it looks like their eyes are set on this mid turret. I don't think this is endable, but Homebois might still just go ahead and grab the base turret, get the bottom one as well.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, Zorn's just powering up. He is the turret. He's the turret right now. The King.
Base turret, bro.
Oh man, this is what I'm saying. Last game we saw Zorn on the Matilda. This is a different Zorn.
This is a completely different Zorn.
He doesn't do this on Matilda for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to have him on an initiator at this point, right? You need to have him on a hero like this, the Grok, the Cho. In game number 1, it was the Akai, so that was... Oh, I mean, technically, yeah, you're up there, right? You
technically, Akai's there.
Yeah,
he's one of the, he did get banned, you know, so the respect was there. Entity7, and like I said, Irwin's kind of got to do that. Like, this is up to Irwin, and it might even come down to just being able to get a setup in the base on the defense, because as this Lord comes up, I think it's still going to be taken out quite quickly, as you see happening here. You can see them forming up on that mid side, possibly, but that's already Lord taken, so Entity7, with 2 base turrets already down, and this top one most likely going down in the exchange as they deal with the mid lane push, it's... Entity7 could possibly see themselves facing match point. Now, with this is where we have to see your setup potential with Irwin, plus Marquinhos. Is it going to be good enough with this lineup from Homebois? They have to avoid the Spear of Glory. They have to avoid a lot, actually, to be forced into the King's Calling, and here they go.
You see already, Udil doing a whole lot of damage. Pops in a Primal Wrap, Purify as well, out of the onward, and Marquinhos gonna be caught in the midst of it. Oh, and a win! Getting a 4-man Tyro's Rage for the wall charge, connects on the back, that's gonna be demolished there, but the Lord is already onto the base. It looks like Marquinhos still gonna be able to dish up some damage onto the other members. 3 members taken out now, but the Lord slowly but surely is going at it. Chibi goes and picks it up, but now loses his life to some of the basic attacks from Marquinhos with a few more minions coming down. It should still be the end, and Homebois pick up match point.
Man, they really worked for that ending right there. It was such a, like I was saying leading into that defense, it's going to be on Irwin. Irwin goes in with a great set, but unfortunately by that time that game